at the Oscars with the red carpet, the whole thing. It's amazing.
REBNY just has to keep being REBNY.
We are so relevant. You got 4,000 people here. We can really make a difference.
The main thing we need to do is be responsive to our customers and our constituents, which is to listen to the changes that take place in New York every day, to be responsive and to help promote policies that reflect what is positive about the real estate industry and to promote growth and opportunity.
Well, I think REBNY is probably the most important trade association in the state of New York and maybe beyond.
One of the great things about the board is that it has become more and more focused on initiating things that are good for the city, as well as our historic role of preventing, I always say, the inadvertent mistake by our public realm. What the real estate board can point to with pride is that the rezoning of Midtown East originated as an idea at the real estate board, and it was embraced then by the public sector. That the reshaping of 421A is something that originated at the real estate board, and again was embraced by the electeds. I think that what's great about REBNY is that we're now in a mode of anticipating and being able to build consensus around a good idea.
I feel tremendously honored to be honored, but I have to say it's the Lifetime Achievement Award. So when they called and said that I'd be getting a Lifetime Achievement Award, I panicked and thought I've peaked. I didn't really believe that I've accomplished anywhere near a lifetime's worth of work. So I'm just going to have to prove to everybody that I just got started.
I think financials are finally coming back. I mean, the Wall Street banks went through years of austerity where they were, mandated not to grow. They were contracting. They were stuffing more people in the same amount of space. Now, all of a sudden, post-election, regulatory environments changed. Their mentalities changed. They're getting profitable. I mean, just a 1% increase in short-term interest rates is worth $3 to $5 billion of net profit for them, each of these firms, right? So their whole mentality is going to shift. If they grow just a little bit, they don't even have enough space in their current locations. I could see them being a much more active player, as well as I think we're still see media and tech out there as we've seen before.
Nike really believed in the market, and they believe in this space. It's not important to hear all the noise about what's available and what's not available. For them, it was a location, and the physical space was going to work, so we're very excited.
And what do you anticipate with Fifth Avenue rents this year?
Yeah, I think they're stabilizing. Clearly, there's a disconnect between 42nd to 49th and 49th to 57th, but I think that there'll be some correction, and as that continues, I hope that we'll see more leasing.
I think that we're going to see continued activity. I think that the foreign investors are still strong. The general market, people still want to invest in New York City, and we're seeing that across all different asset classes, particularly, I think, in the institutional arena.
The first 2 weeks of the year have been exciting, but it feels like the first move in chess or checkers. There's some movement, but people are immediately staring across the board to see what's going to happen next.
I don't think downtown is really the ugly sister anymore to Midtown. It's more of it's another alternative.
Keep your eye on the Bronx and keep your eye on the North Shore of Staten Island. A lot of stuff in the pipeline, and I feel like that's just the beginning.
So what are you doing in terms of attracting talent?
We're creating a culture that people want to come to. A nice place to work where you can trust people and get the right team to go on the field.
How were you guys able to win over Brad Mendelson and his, it seems like you're really trying to make a statement in retail.
Yeah, well, retail and capital markets. We have Brad and David came over, and Brad's daughter, and Latham and Baxter and Cohen, who I worked with a long time ago. We worked together at Cushman. So it's all about relationships and trust.
Do you think that Colliers at this point, even with Brad and David, would be and Brad's daughter, would be able to really stake a claim here in New York?
Well, we're going to stake a claim because there's going to be more to come.
Okay, you plan to do more hiring?
Oh, yeah. We're going to grow that department pretty quickly.
Like mid-level brokers? Or?
I think we're going to go for up-and-coming brokers and grow it the right way. 2017 is going to be a very interesting year with the new president-elect getting sworn in tomorrow, and what's going to happen with tax reform and regulatory reform. So we'll have to just keep our eye out on what's going to happen in Washington. I'm actually going down there next week. I'm the chairman of the real estate roundtable. So, but I think we're optimistic that it's a pro-growth agenda. It's about infrastructure. They the president-elect just named two great development leaders, Richard Lefrak and Steve Roth, to work on infrastructure. So I think they get it. They know what it takes to get something done, and it's not easy. It takes a lot of hard work, and so I think we're optimistic that things will start picking up and the economy will start growing.
Well, I think the final results are wonderful. We desperately need 421A, short of restructuring the whole taxation assessment system. But since we're not going to get that, I think the concept of a reinstituted 421A with a living wage for projects of over a certain size in certain areas is a very good result.
I also think we need affordable housing on a scale that nobody's talking about now. No one's doing anything about it, and I know all the folks in this room are smart about that and can help us do that, and those are the things that are most important to us.
If I wish I had my Paul button on. I've already maxed out for Paul. My views represent my views, not necessarily that of my firm.
This picture is next to mensch in the dictionary.